Hello guys and welcome back to the channel, and today we're here for the final PSGL season 37 it is? 38? I'm not quite sure. But anyway, we're here for the final race as um, Spa. I had a quality run and was just a race not worth posting. And then Italy was a good race, pretty much last P4 I think it was, could have gotten a podium, but unfortunately I do not have the recording, so I cannot make a video on that. Then we had Qatar, which is what we have here today, and then Brazil, which I missed, which was the season finale. But as you can see, we are heading onto our last quali run, and we are pretty much at the back of the grid. I think my only valid lap at this point in time in the session is a 1 minute 20.5 I think. Which is way off the pace. I was hoping to do a 0.2, so that's exactly what we're going to try and do. As we said, a 0.62 sector 1, that is pretty decent, as I'm actually practicing for CSS now, which is a race I've got at Qatar on Friday, and 6.2 is, I've not done a 6.2 yet, practicing for that, so 6.2 is definitely decent, but as you could have well, known there, the exit was not really great, but we're still a 10th up, a bit more across the split. So we've got one last sector, quite a tricky one for track limits to say the least, even though most of it is flat out. But yeah, as we then round the last corner, completely missed the apex. I mean, we hit the apex but not the curb. And then up to the line, it's going to be a 0.26 lap time. Puts us P8, 9, I'm not sure, but I go straight to sector times. It's really nothing special. Oh, then we head into the race, and we're gonna start on the hards here today. Hard, medium, alternate strategy. Everyone in front of us is on the medium compound tire, and most behind on the hards. So we're gonna see how that's gonna play out. As we roll through the first sector, not really much I can do. I just want to stay in front of Zach because he is the other hard runner, basically the leading hard runner, and I want to remain the leading hard tire, well, alternate strategy runner in the field. But I have Thomas Laminen in front of me, and I was in a voice call with him, as I always am for PSGL, so it was a bit awkward because I didn't want to go for an overtake, but then I left the door wide open for Zach to swing in and try and take our position. And then heading into this next corner, tiny wheel bang. And I could have kept draining here. We're actually going to go side by side through this right-hander, just about enough space for both of us, but then I let him go because I don't want to lose DRS. But unfortunately, as you're about to see, it already cost us too much. We already lost DRS. So then I traded DRS with Zach a few times. And then yeah, we had a few laps further in, and now we're starting to gain again because I think it's Sixton's AI in front. He disconnected, so his AI got in the way of everyone and caused a bit of a mess. But we're back at DRS, so that was good for us. Although as you can see on the minimap, the top 3 were gone. So you can see we're gonna try and go around the outside of Sixton's AI, and we actually kind of hook wheels, which is quite annoying. And then here I actually have to go round the outside and nearly lose DRS to black box in front of me, so I had to drain on this exit, but in the end we did make it into DRS range. But as I said, the top 3 are pretty much gone, so that was not good. As we then have Imtiaz or black box pit in very early, surprisingly early, from the medium onto the hard compound tire, and then from there a few laps later I worked together with Zach. And then end of lap 17, this is when I decided to come into the pit lane, because in WR I pit on lap 18 and I just about lost out, so I just went one earlier here today. And yeah, pits was so good, and you can see on the exit we're so close to the hard tire runners who have been on those tires for, was it 8 to 9 laps. That's because Sixton's AI screwed some of them over. Some retired, I think my team, well, Thomas retired. But you can see right at the end of the lap we're straight on it, and we kind of have to play it somewhere with the battery. I expected P4 to be the max, expected Tias, Laurie and Keanu to be clear 1, 2, 3, But you can see we gotta be smart. We didn't drain on the main straight, but now we can go for these moves here. We stick our nose in turn 2, and then we're gonna drain our ERS all the way down towards turn 4, and we're gonna get that position. And then we're gonna go for a move on black box down the inside of turn 1, commit on the brakes, not go deep into him, and that is a clean move heading into turn 2. And another position gained, and I think I gained, I'm not sure where I gained the other position. Sorry, I cut that out. I think it's a DRS move, but anyways, that was past Gabriel, I think. And this puts us P4, so I thought maybe I can catch Keanu ahead as he's not far away, but he had wing damage anyway. So we were going to catch him, and we are now in net P3 in this race. But unfortunately, well, Zach followed me through, but as I said, the top 2 were so far away, we couldn't really close up, so I thought it's going to be Zach and me, well, either of us for 3rd place. So you can see I'm going to have a very, very exciting last lap here at Qatar. I was around the last corner. I thought I might be a bit too far away actually. I mean, I had decent battery, but he was braking the slipstream nicely, and I thought I was not going to gain enough. So you can see top end speed, we are gaining. We go to the outside, and we leave a tiny bit of room. We go actually very, very wide. I did not plan on going that wide, or want to go that wide. And then turn 2, we turn in a slight bit early. So he doesn't get any ideas of sticking his nose in. So now we are on, we have the track position, but of course there's still a long flat out in the second half, was long flat out part in the second half of the lap, where we're gonna have to try and defend. And you can see these mistakes are not helping us. Ideally we create an as big gap as possible, but the gap is looking very, very small now, and I don't have great amounts of ERS charge either to utilize in this final sector of this PSGL Qatar Grand Prix. So you can see I used a bit of overtake there. I tried to weave to break some slipstream, but I know if he doesn't go into it here, it's going to be tough for him to go for a move. So there's only really the last corner where he can go for one. So let's see what we're gonna do. We get a horrible run through the penultimate corner, and Saka's gonna use his battery. He's got more battery, gets to the inside, and we absolutely smoke him pretty much. You can see my reaction. I was quite surprised I went for that, but yeah, that was just lovely display that even the last corner on the last lap is a marathon, not a sprint. And in the end, they actually turn out to be P2, as both of the top 2 cross the pit entry line, but because of that send, we lost out to P1. But without further ado, if you did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe to support me. Road to 1k subs, and until next time, take care and goodbye.